I spill my drink.
I'm finally here in the new place, and I'm going to start streaming again very soon. But first, I wanted to show you my new streaming setup because I've changed a few things and rearranged everything. And maybe this could be an inspiration to some of the younger generations out there who kind of go for what I would consider the more sterile look, where we each have the plain walls, empty room, very minimal furniture, with just some LEDs on the wall. I don't know, there's something really cozy about being around many things that you love and many things that inspire you. So in this video, I'll take you through everything that's on my desk, all of my hardware, my camera, my microphone that's really too far away from me. I gotta move that closer. The art on the walls, the games. I'm starting to feel like Stan. Hey, would you like to grab some used boats? We've got plenty right here at Stan's used boat store. Anyway, old reference for old people. Enjoy the tour video, but first let's activate your copy of Windows 10. Then I'm gonna come through that door like I've never been here before and show you everything that's here. Let's head over to WhoKeys. By using coupon code TS25, you can get 25% off these prices here. I use Windows 10 Pro. You can also get Windows 10 Home, and both of these will upgrade to Windows 11. You can get that whenever you're purchasing your key. Also, I want to note that if you get Windows 10 Home and you upgrade it to Windows 11, they will force you to use an online account. With Windows 11 Pro, however, you can use a local account, just so you know. You can also get Office 2019 with that same discount. So go ahead and put TS25 in here as your coupon code, hit apply, and then you can see we can get Windows 10 Pro for $14.85. Once you're finished, if you want to access your key, you click on your name on the top right, click on User Center, and you'll see My Purchase Orders. Right here, you'll be able to view the keys that you've purchased just by clicking on View Keys and Codes. Then you will see your code right here. Just go ahead and copy this code, press Start, type Activate, and you'll see activation settings come up. Click on that. Then click Change Product Key. Right there, you can paste in your code and hit Next, and then you will be activated. It's very simple. So don't pay those retail prices for your copy of Windows or Office. Head over to whokeys.com and use coupon code TS25. Come with me and you'll be in my streaming area. All right, here we are. So I've got a very simple setup in here. I know this is not going to be simple to people who only have one monitor and stuff, but for me, this is kind of simple. I've accumulated a lot of stuff over the years doing, tech work or whatever. Just start right here because I also do my Epic Pants stuff in here. That is my printer MF4880DW. This is the best printer I think I've ever used in my entire life. It just doesn't spit out a bad page. These glasses were left here, and now they're here. I've messaged them like 3 times, hey, come pick up your glasses. But they're like busy not picking up their glasses. I don't know. Yep, windjammers. I gotta figure out where to put that. It'll go somewhere eventually. Oh yeah, by the way, keep your stuff clean or there'll be repercussions. All right, let's take a look at the setup. If you want to put a lot of artwork up, and I think you should, because it makes things nice and cozy, personalize this stuff so that when you look over here, you have warm feelings. This, I picked up at Goodwill. I was just in a Goodwill and I was like, what the hell, Beyond the Good and Evil Strategy Guide? And then this frame I got at Goodwill for like $3 or $4. So when you go to a regular store and buy a frame like this, it could be anywhere from $30 to $100, or sometimes more than that, depending on how custom it is. But I like to buy my frames at Goodwill like this. Bought at Goodwill for just a few dollars, and it fits this, it's standard size thing. What's up, John Romero? Thank you very much for sending this over. And this is so important. Inspiration up there. So there we've got a couple of Zweihander things here from the Nitherin album, K-On! There. That's before Azanyan was added. So kind of sad that I got a poster without her, but whatever. Another World, some stuff from Morrowind here, and then I don't know what that is. Okay, and then we've got some Vampire Hunter D hanging out over there. 1080p Logitech going on right there. And then above that, I've just got a 1080p Acer monitor. Now, before I left my last place, I sold most of my larger monitors and the more expensive ones. I just got cheap ones because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. This was like a $80 1080p Acer monitor, KA2 or something like that. Wish it was 1440p. I put my foobar over on that window while I'm streaming. And here is my main monitor. It's a 32-inch curved Viotech. Decided to go with 16:9. Even though I had an ultra wide, I sold it and went with the 16:9. I love this Viotech panel because it's 165 Hertz. It's a VA panel, so while it may not have quite as good a color as an IPS, got pretty good response times and really nice black levels on this monitor. So 165 Hertz is great. I usually run it at 120 Hertz, so it's not weird with the 60 Hertz that I'm running with OBS. And it's just a great gaming monitor. 16:9 is also better for streaming because it fills the screen, and most people have 16:9 monitors, so I didn't do anything too weird there. All right, let's take a look behind here. We've got a few things, starting with this here. This is the Key Light. I believe it's Key Light Air or something. Yeah, from Elgato. I've got 2 of those. And I point this at the white wall, and I left the back walls white for this reason, because it gives me a softer light that diffuses the light off the back of the walls, as you can see here on both of these. There's that one and this one. So you can see we've got that going on there. And then in the middle here, I've got my microphone. I keep this far away from my mouth, which adds a little bit of room echo, but I don't care. I don't want it to be right up in my face. I don't like having the microphone floating in front of me or getting in the way of my eyes and like being in this area here. So I just leave it back there, and it is what it is. I try to, add a little bit of compression to make it sound better, but it's fine. It's over there. Everyone can hear me, and nobody ever complains. So until people start complaining, hey, your mic sounds far away, I'm just going to leave it as is. It's a Blue Yeti, and then behind that is a GH4 from Panasonic. I had a GH3 back there a while ago. The GH4 just has a much softer look to it. I don't know, it makes the skin tones look better and stuff at the same settings. And then we've got a Samyang lens on there. I think that's like a 24mm equivalent. So it gives me a nice wide angle. Kind of shows a little bit too much, but that's okay. That's okay, we don't mind that. But yeah, that's just back there, and then it's plugged into the computer with USB 2, believe it or not, USB capture. Back there, I've got a USB hub. I keep this up here to plug in a few different things that are on top of the desk, but mainly that USB hub is being used for the Fennec wireless controller that's sitting right over here all bundled up. I usually play with this thing plugged in just to keep it charging, but it needs the wireless dongle, and it needs line of sight. So it needs to be somewhere where the controller is always going to see it. So I keep that plugged in right there. Otherwise, I'd plug it into my front panel on my computer or something like that. And then I've got some Altec Lansing speakers here. These sound surprisingly good. They're old speakers, and I've just been lugging them around because even though they're small, they sound really good. And there's a subwoofer on the floor down here. By the way, cable management? No, I'm not going to do that. We've got the Stream Deck here from Elgato. There it is, beautiful thing. Just in case I need to roll for something right there. And then a GameCube controller for when I'm playing emulators, especially GameCube games. I still need to finish Twilight Princess. I've never finished that game, but I love... All right, there we go. All that audio nonsense back there, that just goes under the desk, and it's routed here to these. That's all. So I can wear earbuds while I'm streaming. These sound surprisingly good. They're like $10, Panasonic's. And they sound about as good as any $50 or $60 earbuds. Over here I've got a bunch of games and stuff. Just fun stuff. Makes me feel cozy. You don't even see this stuff when I'm streaming. Like, you won't see this, but it makes me feel cozy. Some of these back here I have played, and they're fond memories, and some of these are like a reminder to play. Like, I haven't played Baldur's Gate 2 more than like the first little bit of the game. So that's kind of a reminder, like, I need to get back and play Baldur's Gate. But I kind of want to play through, part 1 again before I do that. And then up here we've got autographed copy of Masters of Doom, autographed by Romero. I'll show you this. I've got Tectonic up here. Remember that? This is the last one. There are no more. Then I've got some Enlightened blocks, which are Lego compatible, sort of rip-offs I bought in Hong Kong for like pennies on the dollar compared to like the price of Lego. Got a few books I really like back here, Beyond Good and Evil. And then check this out, if you haven't seen this before. This is John Romero's old wallet. It's signed by Romero, but it's starting to fade. It's hard to see. This doesn't fade all the way. I have to send it back to John and be like, hey, why is it fading? So anyway, that's his old wallet there. It's kind of funny. And if I ever make a game, I'll pass that on to somebody else, and when it's their turn to make games. I like to keep some Lego around. Uh-oh, there we go. This transported and didn't really break. And now that everything's a little darker, we can really look at this the way it's supposed to be looked at. Is this gonna be too bright? Let's find out. I don't know, maybe not. I kind of like the blue glow in the background over there. And this is John Scoville, the hottest pirate in the seas. That's I don't know her name. Got my Genesis down here. I have not plugged this in so long. I wonder if it still works. Remember this? Yeah, I remember that. Armitage. Naomi's one of my favorite anime characters, so she can chill out over here. Legendary Pirates from Enlighten. Look at that. I wish we had, like these in America. I got this in Hong Kong. I should build it soon because it's a really pretty set. We got Daggerfall, the proper American box, not that hideous box they got in Europe and England. And we got Gabriel Knight 3 over here. Gabriel Knight. I just slip into that draw, And the Blackthorn box. There it is. all this red going on over here. Check out all this red. Yep. This is the last, I think the last era of Lego that I purchased as a kid. Background is going to be a lot of these Finnick products, as you can see here on the shelf. And I'll be doing some sales because I'm not going to take this stuff with me when I go, when I move out of the country. So whenever I can, you know, figure out how to do that, I'll be leaving and I'll probably let someone else do the fulfillment on these things. I'm going to sell through what I've got here, so you look for some deals pretty soon coming up on these. No, na, 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 na. Always. Look at you, hacker. Yeah, what are you doing? Pads over here. Oh, by the way, this is where I work out. This is my exercise area. Really important to do cardio. I haven't finished everything. You can see there's still some boards on the ground and everything over there. But yeah, this is where I work out. And I do not watch shows unless I'm doing something. I cannot sit still. I don't know. But this really helps so I can keep up to date on the latest anime and stuff. I just watch them right here. It's hooked up to the NAS running Jellyfin. And I can watch all the shows here while I am exercising on this machine. This was well worth the money. I think I lost 30 or 40 pounds, mostly from using this, but also just from lifestyle changes and lack of stress. The Tech Syndicate split was a really, really positive thing for my stress levels. I'm so much happier now, even though I'm not making as much money. But this also helps the stress levels and stuff. It just helps everything. I highly recommend cardio. Even though weight training is probably better, but cardio. There's all that over there, all the different mouse pads and stuff hanging out over here. And then this mess right here, I haven't yet to organize. This is a bin that I use for charging things. You know, I've just got a whole bunch of different chargers in here. This is going to do the remotes for, I think, the Vive. I charge my controllers in here. And then I've got a whole bunch of plugs down there in the corner. There's the LEDs hanging out. And then back here, the back of the shelves, you can see here. There's my seat right there. So I enjoy this area. It's important for me to feel cozy because it just relaxes me. I need to hang this artwork. Yep, sure do. But you know, this area feels really cozy to me. So I like being in here. You know, I don't want to like feel like I'm at work. I want to feel like I'm somewhere hanging out that's nice and cozy and stuff like that. We got wood on these walls. Now this is an apartment, so I'm not allowed to actually have wood. This is a sticker, and that is about $25 worth of a wood sticker. You can see the repeating pattern if you stare at it. But really, after you play a bunch of FPS games and stuff, this starts to feel more like home when you see those repeating patterns in the wall. It's like, oh, I'm in the video game. But I think from a distance, since it's matte and everything, it looks really good. And on camera, when I'm sitting at my desk, it totally looks fine to me. So spending this gives it a much warmer feel, and I like it. Just spending the 25 bucks or whatever it was to put this on there, and you can see it doesn't go all the way to the sides. Shh, it's a secret. It's a secret. It doesn't go all the way to the sides, but you know, it's just enough for me. It makes me feel better. I'm not going to put it in the whole place because I'm sure I'm going to forfeit a piece of my security deposit once they come in and see this place. Anyway, that's the my system down here. That's a 5950X in there with an NVIDIA 3060 Ti. And a bunch of other stuff, but I'm not going to cover this entirely. I've already covered this in some videos, but yeah, you can see it. There it is. It's pretty. I like that little Corsair case, and it's nice and quiet down there. That's the main thing for me, is it's nice and quiet. But I need that much processing power, not for streaming, but you know, if I ever start doing some of the game dev streams and stuff again, then I'll need all that processing power. And the 3060 Ti is right on the cusp of what I need. I could probably use more, but I don't notice the fact that I have a 3060 Ti in here, even when I have a 3080 Ti on my main rig. If I don't notice it, then who cares? So it's not about, I don't need to be insane about having to have the best thing ever, everywhere. I want to mention this thing. I bought this in a tiny village in China. These things, this was like $12, and this was like $7 or $8. And I bet if I went there again to that tiny village, and a family made these from like gnarly tree roots and stuff, and then you could put like candles and stuff in here or whatever. I even planted a plant in one of these. But you know, I bet if I went over there to China and bought like 100 of these and brought them back, you could start a little trendy store in like one of those gentrified areas of town and sell these things for like $270 each, you know? And they could walk around with their $9 coffees and then be like, oh, did you buy some of the gnarled root things? Oh, I did. It's my favorite store. It smells like pine. Anyway, all right, that's enough. The store will be live again very soon. I want to verify my inventory status. I had to leave a few things, so inventory items are going to be changed. I had to get rid of some of the styles I don't carry anymore, like some of the shirts that I don't really feel like selling anymore. I got rid of those, donated them and stuff. So I will update those quantities and get Epic Pants back online very soon. If you'd like a video about the move, it was very stressful, let me know in the comments. I can show you all the different things I do to make the move smoother and all the ways I plan the moves before I get there, because I like to come into a place, have my layout ready to go, and then set it all up. So if you'd like a video about that, just some tips on moving and stuff from an idiot who moves with way too much stuff, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll make one. Stay tuned for some more of these update videos. Next up, I'm going to be doing a video on my home network, and hopefully that will help some of you who are trying to come up with some ideas. I think one of the tendencies with home networks is everyone wants to go crazy and big, and I've sort of narrowed it down to something that's highly functional but not too over the top. So that video is coming very soon, and then after that I'll do a tour of my main desk area, which is completely different than the last place, and I think you'll like it very much, keeping with the cozy but highly functional as well. I'll see you in the comments. Thanks for liking and subscribing, clicking the bell, which brings up the horn, which brings up the jingle thing you have to click, the chimes. So you have to click all those things because that's how YouTube is now. But thanks for doing it. See you later.